Welcome to the Sage CRM Sales Accreditation course. You're currently viewing Module 2, designed for marketing, sales, and implementation employees. This syllabus level is designed for candidates taking the Sage CRM Sales Accreditation. Delegates will gain knowledge of the proposition, its applicability to functional roles within a business, and an ability to demonstrate the product to meet business functional needs. There are 4 modules at this level: understanding and articulating the proposition, understanding and profiling a prospect, understanding and usage of Sage CRM collateral, and demonstrating the standard Sage CRM features. This module, the second module, is designed for marketing, sales, and implementation employees. In this module, there are 2 topics. Each topic is made up of a video of approximately 20 minutes to 30 minutes in duration. Each topic contains information to build competence and confidence for the people in the roles we spoke of earlier. Once you've completed each topic and then the module, you will understand the role that customer relationship management concepts play within a business, how to knowledgeably speak about and demonstrate competence in the translation of CRM capabilities to any business, and how to successfully articulate the Sage CRM value proposition. This is the second topic of the second module. This topic contains information specifically on how to quantify the needs within any business. Recall our earlier words from topic 1 about CRM as strategy, not just software. It's designed to maximize manage customer relationships in acquiring and developing knowledge about customers to improve all sorts of dimensions of customer satisfaction and retention. Recall too, our job as trusted advisors is to get under the skin of a business, to figure out how they work in acquiring, selling, and servicing customers. And while many potential buyers of the Sage CRM product may know about their business, they do not know how Sage CRM could help them out. So it's our job to help them understand the value of a company-wide Sage CRM philosophy. A reminder too of the Sage CRM value proposition, and we speak of an affordable, adaptable, and easy-to-use solution designed for our target market, the small and medium-sized business. Let's look at this by different functional areas of a typical business. Today, typically when we speak to customers who reside in marketing roles, we often expect them and see them delivering along these types of 3 dimensions. Regardless of whether a person thinks they exist in a marketing role, the reality is most companies have some method of looking for and identifying new business. As trusted advisors, we need to understand a prospect's business, take the ideas on this slide and shape our conversations to bring out the pain points. Let's now take a look at the typical features in Sage CRM and how we can flow these into pain point conversations at various levels, be that a business leader or a functional operator. Taking those ideas, let's consider various functional pieces within marketing and think about the types of messaging that might be applied at different levels: strategic, operational, and analytical, as my headings at the top of the slide suggest. I'm aiming to bring out just a few sample features in line with these messaging levels to give you a feel for taking the whole product and thinking about how best to speak and uncover pain points. For example, e-marketing, the ability with the product to have out-of-the-box templates, have a simple process to create and target a very specific message to a set of potential prospects or customers. Similarly, lead to web and lead routing and alerts. Strategically, we might talk to the CEO or a head of department around improving efficiency or productivity and potentially increasing revenue opportunities by expanding the way we can talk to customers and prospects. From an operational level, it could be a way of bringing a mass communication tool that may or may not exist in the company already and bring that into the CRM fold within a CRM platform. And from an analytical perspective, this could be a much more powerful message to get your targeting as a business even tighter than potentially you are doing with an external solution or indeed just straight email blast out of a traditional email client. Looking at some more features, strategically we could speak about the full 360-degree view of what is going on with marketing and the ability to manage all that activity and the dimensions of spend at a dashboard or head of business level. Operationally, it becomes a much better way of managing all the activities that go ahead or are attached to a particular new go-to-market activity. And from an analytical perspective, it could be the message we're looking for, the ability to compare data before and after various campaigns. There's also the social side, and as I bring out on the left here in this slide, the ability to plug in Twitter components, LinkedIn components, and what does that mean to a business at those three levels? First of all, we could look perhaps at strategic messaging, how to manage your reputation online using the Sage CRM tool to both monitor, send, and capture relevant information in one place. Operationally, we could be looking at a way of quickly and easily viewing and updating social streams wherever they may exist and keeping that within the application. And finally, from an analytics point of view, it may be that you're looking to pull out data about particular activity on a particular channel, maybe keywords in that particular channel, and then using that to inform new marketing activity or other things. So that's a brief snapshot of marketing as a functional unit. Let's take a look at the sales side of things. Now, typically when we speak to sales, we talk along dimensions such as these, providing access to information, automating processes, and so forth. Now, regardless of whether a person thinks they exist in a sales role or call themselves that, the reality is most companies, of course, have a method of bringing new business on board. Our job as trusted advisors is to understand that process, taking some of the ideas on this slide and shaping the conversation to bring out those pain points. So again, let's now take a look at the typical features in Sage CRM and see how we can flow or shape those pain point conversations along those feature dimensions. Some features on the left-hand side just to set the examples up, and then the strategic, operational, analytical across the top. So let's look at workflow in the context of sales. Strategically, this could be a message to the line of business owner, the owner of the company, about an improvement in productivity. From an operational standpoint, perhaps it's a way of just automating key or important sales processes. And analytically, this is where we start to look at the data again, looking at comparisons between sales teams, different types of products, different regions, and so forth. And if I move down the horizontal layers, you can see how I've brought out other features there and then spoken similarly from a strategic, operational, and analytical message. Another dimension of looking at sales could be around the whole multi-browser or modern UI. So if I talk about that strategically, operationally, and analytically, you can see as that slide builds there, different styles of messages depending on the sort of person and conversation you're having. So it could be strategically, the modern multi-browser, modern UI is all about cultural impact, making sure that people who need to use the system want to use the system. It's simple, it's easy to use, it's a pleasure to enter data. Through to the right-hand side there, an analytical message, making sure that data accuracy is as accurate as possible because the user interface and the screen designs within that make data entry and data reporting an easier tool than perhaps spreadsheets or other tools that are in place. Finally, on sales, if I build this slide up for you, you see same sort of messaging again, strategic, operational, analytical, but maybe we talk about dashboards. And so it's a strategic message, perhaps to the owner-operator of a business, the complete 360-degree view of data in the company, whereas the analytical approach is really about giving maybe the right data to the right people, enabling them to enter it quickly and easily, and also being able to extract the data simply and easily from perhaps reporting, or maybe even placing those reports onto a dashboard for easy access. Now, if you're talking to someone in a service role, these are typically the bullet points about the value proposition, resolution of customer cases, more productive in storing knowledge, and so forth. And if I break that out, let's have a look again from our 3-level messaging and some sample features on the left. Things such as self-service portal. Talking strategically on that one, let's have a look. Driving customer care to a website to reduce cost right across the business. Perhaps opening up a whole new support approach using a website rather than telephony or email. through to the right-hand side, the analytical messaging there, improving the data capture because we're relying on customers to input their data that they know rather than someone in my organization copying and pasting or updating from a phone message or so forth. If I look at email to case capability, strategically, another way of reducing support overhead by delivering another version of self-service. Through to the right-hand side, the analytical message there, getting information direct from source again, increasing accuracy, maybe with the workflow tool, working those two things together to have much faster case resolution and better data capture because of that. If I move to the next slide, you can see more messages again for the service type industry and departments within that. The dashboards, strategically, what are we talking about? The 360-degree view, the knowing immediately as a manager how I'm performing against my service level agreements, through to the analytical side on the right-hand side there, which again focuses very much on the data, aggregation of data into one place, dashboards that have comparisons week on week, month on month, product on product. And down the bottom, workflow. Messaging there, of course, at the top level, I want much better productivity, potentially with less staff, potentially offering different channels as well. Through to, on the right-hand side, tracking a lot better the information. And if I roll back up away from a functional perspective for a second and talk about the management of any business, they are, whoever they might be, looking for better business insight, increases in efficiency and productivity, and that single customer-centric view. How do we then break that out into management in terms of our messaging levels? If I look at maybe the top one there, the integrated CRM ERP story, of which Sage delivers a very good story, strategically, it's a strategy there of doing more with connected systems, potentially surfacing relevant financial data to field sales and service people, provide more accurate information out in the field because we know about stock levels and so on. Down the other end, if we look at analytical as an example, perhaps it's important to do more with that combined view of the data, to understand more about are we selling more of a said product in a certain region. And similar message you can see if we roll down the levels horizontally into things like why integrated communications and dashboards are important as well. Particularly the dashboard point, I think, is surfacing transactional data from a finance system or another type of system is very valuable in a dashboard format. So maybe account people can have an idea before they pick up the phone and talk to a particular customer to get that complete view of transactional as well as CRM type history. You've now reached the end of the second topic of the second module of the Sage CRM Sales Accreditation, with information specifically on how to quantify the needs within any business. There'll be questions about this topic within the exam for this module, and now you should move on to the end of that and take the exam questions if you wish to achieve certification.